When a little boy named Vanya from Ukraine saw a tiny puppy dragging himself closer to him, he was confused at first. As the puppy got closer, he could see how afraid and helpless it was. What he didn't know was that this poor dog had to make a dangerous journey through the forest. And even though he was only a small puppy, he was brave enough to do anything to save his mother. So what did this tiny dog have to go through? Let's find out together in today's episode. Once upon a time in a small village in Ukraine, a woman named Katerina lived with her husband and son. They were a very kind family who always took care of stray animals. One day, while walking in the woods behind their home, they found a lost cat and brought her back to the village. After feeding and grooming the cat, they gave her a name and found her a nice house where she would feel safe. A few days later, Katrina and her husband heard strange meows coming from the forest. So they went to investigate and found a small kitten stuck in a tree. They climbed up the tree and took the kitten out of there. The kitten was mewing loudly, probably because he was looking for his mother. They took the kitten home and gave it the same love and care they had given to the cat. As the kitten grew older, he became a handsome cat and soon found a new home where he could live happily ever after. Meanwhile, one day, Catherine and her husband were walking in the forest when they came across some people who asked them for help. They said they had found a wounded German shepherd and couldn't take care of it. So Catherine and her husband decided to take the dog home. When they arrived, their son Vanya was very happy and wanted to take care of the dog. He fed her and played with her, and she soon became a member of their family. They named her Lisa, which means good in German. Vanya loved to play with her, and Lisa enjoyed playing with her ball. She was a very good dog. One day, Vanya went out to play with Lisa, but she suddenly ran away. He was very scared and called for her, but she didn't come back. Concerned, Vanya decided to go look for her. But before he could do so, he heard some strange sounds in the forest and followed the noise. To his surprise, he saw Lisa running away from a huge snake. The snake was trying to catch Lisa, but she kept running away from it. It was a big snake, almost 3 feet wide, and Vanya was scared for his dog. Without thinking twice, he started to run towards Lisa and the snake. The snake had finally caught up with Lisa and was trying to bite her. When Vanya realized this, he started to run as fast as he could. He didn't know what to do, but he didn't want his dog to get hurt. Vanya was very scared when he saw the snake about to bite Lisa, but just as the snake was about to strike, something amazing happened. A young woman appeared out of nowhere and scared the snake away. Vanya was very grateful to the woman and thanked her for saving his dog. The woman was very kind and told him not to worry. She also said that if he ever needed help, he could always count on her. Then she disappeared into the forest. After the encounter with the snake, Lisa became very sick. Vanya was worried, but his mother told him not to be afraid because she would take care of Lisa and everything would be fine. The next morning, Vanya woke up early and went to check on Lisa. But as he approached her, he noticed something strange. Lisa wasn't in her dog bed. Vanya looked everywhere, but he couldn't find her anywhere. Just then, he heard a knock at the door, and when he opened it, he was surprised to see the same woman from the forest standing in front of him. She was holding a small puppy in her hands. The woman explained that this puppy is your dog, Lisa's baby. She gave birth to him last night, and left him here so that you can take care of him. Vanya was very happy to see the puppy and took it in his arms. He felt like the most luckiest boy in the world. But the woman warned him not to tell anyone about the puppy, especially his father. If he finds out that you have a puppy, he will make you get rid of it. Vanya promised to keep the puppy a secret. Then he asked the woman, "How can I take care of the puppy? He is still very small and needs milk." The woman said, "I brought you some food for the puppy." "Here you go," she said, giving him a bowl filled with milk. Vanya was very grateful to the woman for helping him take care of the puppy. He knew that he had to keep the puppy alive so that Lisa could come back. But how could he feed the puppy without his mother's milk? Vanya was determined to save the puppy. So he started searching online for ways to feed a puppy without a mother. He found that there was a special milk formula for puppies that didn't have access to their mother's milk. So he bought some milk formula and started feeding the puppy. Every day, Vanya would feed the puppy and play with him. He named the puppy Lucky because he felt like he was the luckiest boy in the world to have such a great friend. The two quickly became best friends. One day, Vanya was playing with Lucky in the backyard when he noticed that Lucky was limping. He was very worried about his friend and didn't know what to do. But then he remembered the woman from the forest and decided to ask her for help. Vanya knocked on the woman's door and explained the situation. The woman was very helpful and told Vanya that she has some medicine for Lucky. She gave Vanya the medicine and told him to give it to Lucky right away. Vanya was very grateful to the woman for helping Lucky. He knew that he had to keep his friend healthy and strong so that they could be together forever. After giving Lucky the medicine, Vanya continued to play with him in the backyard. They had so much fun together. But as the sun began to set, Vanya knew that he had to go home. He hugged Lucky goodbye and promised to come back the next day to play again. From that day on, Vanya continued to play with Lucky every day. They were the best of friends and had so much fun together. But Vanya never forgot the woman from the forest who had helped them both. He knew that he owed her his friendship with Lucky and would never forget what she had done for him. One day, Vanya was playing with Lucky in the backyard when he heard a familiar sound. It was the sound of a woman's voice. He looked around and saw the same woman from the forest standing in front of him. She was smiling and waved to Vanya. Vanya was so happy to see her again. He ran to her and hugged her tightly. "Thank you for saving me and Lucky," he said. "You're welcome, Vanya. I'm just glad you're both okay," the woman replied. Then the woman turned to Lucky and said, "You're a brave little dog. I'm proud of you." Lucky wagged his tail happily. He loved the woman. Vanya and the woman spent the afternoon playing with Lucky in the backyard. They had so much fun together. And Vanya knew that he had made a true friend in the woman. As the sun began to set, it was time for Vanya to go home. He hugged the woman goodbye and promised to come back the next day to play again. From that day on, Vanya continued to play with Lucky every day. But now he had a new friend too. The three of them had so much fun together. And Vanya knew that he was the luckiest boy in the world. If you liked this touching story, please don't forget to leave us a thumbs up. Also, share this story with your family and friends. Thanks for watching. See you soon.